Dispute, the main city of God's domain. Chapter 5 Dispute, main city of God's domain. Seeing the expressions of the two, Zheng Tianyu certainly knew what was going on, but he didn't speak. Ridiculous. Zhao Yiming glared at the disappointing Xiangyang, and spoke angrily. Xiangyang is a third-level bronze goblin. As far as I know, your initial species is just a reptile. How could you kill the goblin? You must have used other methods. Principal, I demand a thorough investigation of this matter. How could a low-level species kill a high-level species? Everyone has just opened up the domain of the gods, and there is no way to suppress it with a huge number, so this matter is unusual no matter how you look at it. Principal, I want to check Xu Luo's domain. God's domain is the root of **** in world of the gods. Once the god's domain is exposed to others, it means that there are no secrets at all. The simplest thing is that once the coordinates are known, even if they are in the novice god's domain, those who are in the gods of the continent of the gods can also take action, directly attacking the opponent's god's domain, and it is easy to destroy it. Zhao Yiming's request can be said to be extremely rude. Director Zhao, remember your identity. Zheng Tianyu frowned and spoke displeased. Anyone is not qualified to check the domain of a student who has not made a mistake. Maybe you want to go to the Ministry of Education for tea. Zhao Yiming's face changed. Although the Xiang family behind him has a huge influence in Tianhai and the surrounding area, it is still not enough to face the behemoth of the alliance. But he was still not reconciled. However, it is still unusual for a reptile to kill a goblin. It's like a person being bitten to death by a nest of ants, it's just a fantasy. Xu Luo has evidence in his hands to prove that Xiangyang invaded first. This matter is over. No one can force a student to expose his divine domain without a valid reason. Zheng Tianyu emphasized the word, anyone, which was to warn Zhao Yiming not to use the influence of the Xiang family to do anything. Then he changed the subject directly. In view of the fact that Xiangyang, a student in class 19 of senior high, violated the regulations of the school and the Ministry of Education, and invaded his classmates. Since no serious consequences were caused, I hereby report and criticize, and at the same time deprive Xiangyang of the qualification to enter the elite class. That's all. Zhao Yiming's face was ugly. Especially Zheng Tianyu didn't give himself and the Xiang family face, and directly deprived Xiangyang of the right to enter the elite class. The children of these big families came to the school just for the places in the elite class. 1 month later, the school will organize a monthly exam for all freshmen in the school. At that time, we can see the strength of Xu Luo's God's domain creatures. I'm also very curious about how you used reptiles to kill goblins. Zheng Tianyu changed the topic. If you perform well, you may not be able to enter the elite class by then. Although the Xiang family is a coward, Zheng Tianyu himself has medium power in the continent of the gods, so he is not afraid of the Xiang family. In reality, the Ministry of Education is behind it, so he doesn't take the Xiang family seriously. How did Xiangjia get up? Isn't there just a few professional *** fighters? But these can't affect him. Thank you, Principal. Xu Luo bowed slightly, speaking sincerely. If Zheng Tianyu hadn't withstood the pressure from the Xiang family, he would be the one who was unlucky. Well, let's work hard. Zheng Tianyu smiled. I have just opened up God's domain, and I can lead most people on the starting line. I hope you will not let me down. Zheng Tianyu meant something. Didn't he stubbornly resist Xiang's pressure because he thought Xu Luo had potential? Thank you, Principal, for your attention. I will work hard. Xu Luo also knows the elegant meaning by hearing the strings. Zheng Tianyu nodded. He doesn't care that the students have secrets, and he even hopes that they will become more powerful in God's domain. To be able to break through the rankings in the city's college leagues, or even the leagues of the entire league. If you can represent the Terran League and compete with the new generation of foreign civilizations, it will be a great honor. After leaving the principal's office, Zhang Jinming looked at Xu Luo with emotion. At first, he thought that his species was a reptile, and he basically had no hope of becoming a *** fighter, but he didn't expect to turn around and kill Xiangyang's species directly. Which shows that his species is extraordinary. It seems that your species has undergone a terrific mutation. This is your privacy. I won't answer the question, but you have to work hard for the monthly exam in a month. If you can enter the elite class, you can quickly, and those of the same age can widen the gap, and they can also close the distance with students like Xiangyang. Not knowing what to think of, Zhang Jinming sighed. If you have the opportunity to soar into the sky, you must seize the opportunity. Work hard in the future, and don't lose to those family children. He was born as an ordinary commoner and had no resources, so he was only a low-level asterisk with low power for so many years, and he was like this in his life. Before, when Xu Luo was treated unfairly, he was so stubborn. Why didn't he think of himself back then? If someone stepped forward at that time, his future would be different. Zhang Jinming exhorted Xu Luo a lot, all of which were based on his experience, and also because he was emotionally touched by the situation. Otherwise he would not have said these things in normal times. Back to the classroom and continue the class. Xiangyang has already gone to other classes. At this time, other people in the class look at Xu Luo differently. One day passed by in a hurry. Xu Luo went straight to his home after school. Pedestrians on the street are in a hurry, all running for their lives, and many people's expressions are numb. Over the city, various aircraft and speeding cars shuttled by, forming a clear boundary between the upper and lower places. After returning home, Xu Luo entered the world of the gods, but instead of going to his own god's domain, he went to the main city of novice god's domain. This is a place for novice gods to communicate and trade. Walking in the main city of God's domain, Xu Luo didn't go to those glamorous places. Although there are many good things there, it's a pity that his wallet doesn't allow it. He walked into a small alley. On the left and right sides of the alley, there were many commodities in a dazzling array. Various species cards, resource cards, landform cards and so on. In addition, there are various resources for finished products. If you can afford it, you can buy everything in the main city of God's domain. Of course, compared to regular stores, this place is somewhat informal. What you want to buy depends on your own eyesight. To put it bluntly, this is a black market. Xu Luo came here just to try his luck and see if there is something suitable for him. As the swarm grows, building a nest is essential. All the currency in God's domain is the power of faith, and some people specialize in opening stores to buy the power of faith with credit points, so to become a god, even a novice can make money. Of course, the premise is that you don't want to go further, otherwise faith it's not enough to use it by yourself. Looking all the way, Xu Luo felt itchy, wanting everything. Grassland landforms, forest landforms, swamp landforms, marine landforms, hilly landforms. Fox species, white rabbit species, dwarf species, goblin species, dragon man species. Xu Luo was dazzled by all kinds of items, especially those landform cards that made him jealous. If there were landforms, his god's domain would also have resources, and it would not be as desolate as it is now. However, this price is not generally expensive. Just a 10,000 square meter forest landform card costs 10,000 faith. This is still an ordinary landform. If it is a special landform, the price will be much more expensive.